Hi, this is Andy James for Guitar Interactive, and I'm here at Marshall headquarters with none other than Zakk Wylde from Black Label Society.
What are you doing, brother? What's happening, buddy?
Okay, so obviously you're set up for your whole tour, you know, rehearsals and stuff like that.
This is my buddy's bar mitzvah. We're playing, so it should be a good time.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so you're about to embark on a UK tour, promoting the new album. Can you tell us a bit about tour dates and where you're going to play?
Well, no, I mean, it's been a little while since we've been over here. So I mean, but yeah, I mean, we did the one little gig over at a High Voltage thing, which was always a good time. So, no, I mean, you know, the band's been around for 13 years now. So I mean, it's just like, you know, so when we do tours now, it's like seeing our extended family. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's what Black Label's just become, this gigantic family. So, no, we're definitely looking forward to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've definitely sort of done a lot of albums, but I definitely think that, like, Order of the Black is, you know, one of my favourite albums that you guys have done.
So. I mean, I attribute a lot of that to the fact that Justin Bieber wrote the album, and he's our leader.
Fair enough. So he's been teaching you some like new licks and stuff, because I'm hearing some new stuff on the album. So.
Listen, my wife's been thanking him as well. So
okay.
He's been teaching me a lot of stuff, dude.
Fair enough.
No, but I appreciate it. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I mean, like, a couple of things in particular actually that I'm going to ask from a personal point of view, being a guitar player. There's a couple of licks. There's one on a song called, I should have been more prepared really, hang on. It's like,
I don't remember the names of the songs either.
It starts with a clean guitar and I can't remember the name of it, because I've got it on my iPod and I plug it in.
It's got to be War of Heaven or something like that.
That's the one. And there's one lick in it. It sounds like it must be like a massive stretch, but it's like it's something I've never really heard you do before, and I just thought, wow, that's...
Well, I mean, on this album I was actually doing a bit more legato and stuff like that. Like stuff that I usually don't do. Usually I'm always picking every note and doing pentatonics, you know what I mean? The whole John McLaughlin thing, Mahavishnu and stuff. But no, just, you know, just having a good time. I had used the whammy bar on some of the things, you know what I mean? So just to mix it up, just because, you know, I mean, just like everybody, you get bored doing the same thing after a while.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I noticed you've got some different guitars that you're actually taking out on tour as well, apart from just the kind of standard.
Oh yeah, the Les Pauls and my Flying V's. I got the ZVs and then Graveyard Disciples. So because with Gibson, we were doing a thing for you know, this Halloween thing. They wanted me to do a Halloween promotion thing. They said, well, Zakk, you know, we'll do a promotional thing. And I remember at the time I wanted to get a you know, Bo Diddley guitar. I was thinking about picking one up, you know, with the square box, you know, because it's so ugly. That's what makes it awesome. And then like the Billy Bo, you know, with Billy Gibbons with the, you know, with his Billy Bo guitar. You know, I mean, it's just so friggin', it's so ugly. It's awesome. What I had is I had a promotional item of for Halloween. What our merch company did was a coffin, and it had, you know, the Black Label logo on it with a crucifix or whatever. And I just took it because we were talking about the Billy, you know, the Bo Diddley guitar, and even Moby just goes, oh yeah, he goes, well, you can just call it the Bo Diddley guitar. He goes, just take a coffin and put a neck on it, you know. He goes, there's your box guitar, you know. So I just asked, you know, with Epiphone, I said, can you guys just make this thing? And he said, yeah. I said, well, you know, just make the neck with the, you know, with the Les Paul block inlays, and then you know, satin neck with a maple neck with the ebony fretboard or whatever, you know, and it has like a mahogany body, so it's like an SG.
So have you got any specific songs that you use guitar for, or you just kind of...
Yeah, I usually use it on, I think I use it on like 4 songs throughout the set, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, Parade of the Dead, because it's got the whammy bar on it and stuff like that, so, yeah, you know, but I love playing the things, you know what I mean? With the kickstand on it, yeah, I mean, it sits in it, you play it, it plays like an SG, you know what I mean? So, definitely killer guitar though.
The other thing I was going to ask you, because it's kind of almost like a Van Halen 2-esque track on here, like, you know, almost could be a tribute to Spanish Fly, I guess. I'm not sure the title of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess actually since the first album, I put Taz on the first album, you know, back in '98, and then, you know, just an acoustic piece, you know, and then instrumental thing, and then Taz, and I put Speedball on, like, that was on 1919, I think, and then now we have this one, you know what I mean? So,
sounds like there's a lot of, you know, a lot of
finger picking and stuff like that.
And stuff like that.
Banjo rolls and, you know, like almost kind of classical flamenco type stuff, you know.
Yeah,
but they're banjo rolls in theory.
Yeah.
But no, well, you know, it's just my ode to Eddie and, you know, Al DiMeola and Paco and McLaughlin, all the guys I like, you know, Paco Pena, you know, I was just listening to him this morning, so, I mean, it's just like when you listen to, know, flamenco guitar players especially, it's just like, I mean, it's insane how good those guys are, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I might maybe hybrid pick with like the middle finger or something, but even that's a little bit of a struggle. You know, mainly everything's just.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, you know, well, it's just like anything. If you apply yourself, you're only going to get better at it.
Exactly.
So, you know.
Yeah, and you know, mainly having sort of country influence in your playing as well. I guess that kind of helps.
Yeah,
with the whole hybrid
totally.
picking
Well,
thing.
when I first started, you know, I played classical guitar a lot, but then when I obviously because of Randy Rhoads, you know, Randy was huge for me, still is. So I mean, it's just like with Randy. You know, because Randy was doing the classical thing, so I was like, oh man, I want to learn how to play classical guitar. So, you know, I was like playing the classical. So when I did get the gig with Oz, you know, I mean, you can't be doing the full out classical thing. I mean, it's bad enough I had blonde hair and I was playing the Les Paul. I had to put the bullseye on there, you know, just to differentiate it from Randy's cream Les Paul. But I mean, it's just like, a little did I know I was putting the bullseye in there so people could aim stuff at me. You know what I mean? So
fair enough.
But yeah, no, it's just, you know, but I saw a video on Albert Lee playing one day in the music store, and I was thinking, what a waste, because, you know, all the right hand stuff, but I saw Albert Lee, and I just love the sound of, you know, bluegrass players and country pickers. It just sounds like it's so musical. You know what I mean? It doesn't just sound like ripping scales.
Yeah, it's, you know, I mean, it's almost its own accompaniment, you know, like playing piano in a way. You can get different sort of like root notes and
no, without a doubt.
Stuff,
and I mean, it's just, and you know, when you go to one of those bluegrass festivals or anything, the mandolin players, the flat pickers, I mean, those guys are, I mean, they're shredding like McLaughlin and Demiola and Park, you know, but it's country.
Yeah.
You know, but their technique is amazing.
It's impressive stuff. Okay, moving on a little bit, I noticed that there's some kind of new looking Marshalls that I haven't actually kind of witnessed yet. Are we going to see another Zakk Wylde signature come out with Marshall?
That's what we're working on right now. So it's going to be, yeah, because when we last did my signature, you know, they sold out of those the first day at the NAMM thing. So it was like they made 600 of them, and you know, I have to buy them now on eBay because I don't have any.
So is there anything different about these amps then, or are they literally just the kind of the rig that you use?
No, it's just you know, I just try to get it to make it the most badass 800 that I can get, because all the guys that you know, and buddies of mine we're all just fans of that series amp, you know what I mean? Like some of my buddies are hardcore plexi guys.
Well, Kerry King's
Kerry loves his 800s as well. So you know what I mean? It's just because of the master volume and stuff like that. And the JMPs are awesome too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, the 800s when they started making them, it just had a little bit more warmth than the JMPs. But the JMPs are amazing sounding too. You know what I mean? So it's you know, I mean, all my heads, I mean, all sound, you know, I rate each one of them, you know what I mean, from you know, which one's got more bottom or this and that, you know, and the true test is when I'm in the studio. When you're listening to the little speakers, that'll really tell you what a girl really looks like without the makeup on and the dress and the lights down low, you know, so you can really see.
When her face is left in the pillow and you see the real thing in the morning, like, fair enough.
Well, the fact is, my wife has to roll over each morning and see this. God bless her. So that's why I keep her all pilled up and boozed up all the time, you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
She hasn't left yet. I don't think she knows where she is either, though, so it doesn't matter. If she were to leave the house, she'd be pretty lost.
Well, yeah, because you live up in the hills, don't you, anyway?
Yeah, exactly. She's not going anywhere.
And even if she gets far enough, there's barbed wire fences anyway. So it's
no, I have a dog collar around her, you know, so it just, you know, she gets electrocuted if she goes so far. It's not really a diamond necklace. That's what it is.
So, well, you're getting an insight into Zakk's home life here as well as tour rig. So. Fair enough. Okay, so how's the pedal board looking for the tour? Is it, you know, the sort of normal stuff that you go for?
Yeah, well, I mean, with Jimmy and the guys over at Dunlop, you know, because we're actually designing another pedal right now, so I'm not going to mention it because tell you what it is. Somebody else doesn't come out with it before we do. But but the whole thing is, we're working on something right now. It's a really cool idea. But no, with my pedals, people always when we're doing meet and greets or you know seeing the rest of our Black Label family or you know like just you know guitar players. You know, I mean, all the guitar players. I'm one of them. So you know, I mean, I have opportunity. You know, with all the killer companies that I work with, they actually make a killer product, you know what I mean, or whatever, because I mean, you know, to make it better for all of us, you know what I mean, so, but the whole thing is, with the pedal board, they'd always ask me, Zakk, you know, what pedals do you use, and, you know, I mean, whatever, because I have my own signature pedals, but, you know, like the actual pedal board, I was just like, you know, so Jimmy and the guys were like, why don't we just sell you a pedal board, you know what I mean? Because everyone's asking for it. I said, I don't care, man.
Oh,
you
so
know
it'd be the stock, kind of the cased up everything?
Well, the same exact thing. Basically, I could walk into a music store, grab it, and plop it on the floor, and I can use it on stage.
Well, I think that's the cool thing about your stuff is like you actually use everything that like is available, you know, in the shops.
No, I mean, put it this way: down to the strings, down to the picks, down to the cables, down to the pedals, to the amps, the speakers, the tubes. I mean, it's. You know, it's not like I have my, you know, well, other guys will have, they endorse a certain amp and then they got a wall of Marshalls in front of it.
Yeah.
Or, you know, behind it, you know what I mean? So it's just like, if you're going to, you know, use a product, you should be proud of playing it, you know what I mean? It should be what you want, you know, and they should be able to make you what you want. But yeah, so, you know, I'm definitely, you know, it's humbling being in a position where I could actually work with the companies to make, you know, to create the best product you can possibly make, you know what I mean?
So I did have a look at your pedal board over there, and I know you used to use like the chorus pedal. Is that something that you haven't used for a while? Or
no. I got the chorus pedal. It's not. I don't have it on the floor now.
Oh, okay.
It's on top of the amp. So we got
so it's always on, like.
Yeah. So I always have it on anyway. So it's like instead of having it there, you know, I mean, I don't need it there because it's always on.
Yeah.
Especially for the live shows. In the studio, I only turn it on for certain, you know, for certain bends and certain things because of the doubling. But I'm doubling the guitar, so you get that natural chorus. Anyway.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, but I'll put it on for like, you know, Overlord or something like down, you know, for the bend. I just put it on just for the bend, and it, you know, just gets super wide. You know what I mean? But
sorry, the reason why I was just laughing and when you said Overlord, like I was watching the video this morning. I'd seen it before, but I was watching it again. I just thought, you know, what was going through your head when you thought, right, I'm going to kind of dress up like Kill Bill and kind of do the whole.
It's Bruce Lee actually from Game of Death.
Oh yeah,
that's where Kill Bill. That's and Kill Bill got it from there. But you know, Bruce was wearing the yellow jumpsuit and that thing. But I mean, the whole thing is. No, we were just sitting around. I think we were in the studio working on the record, and it was Bruce Lee weekend or something like that, and it was just this like really bad, horrendous movie, this Bruce Lee movie, and there was like the day that Bruce Lee died or something like that. That was the name of the movie. It was just so bad. It was quite possibly the funniest thing you've ever seen because it's so bad. It goes from so horrendous to awesome. It goes full circle because it's so bad. You can't stop watching it.
So you thought, let's do
I just like this. I go, we have to do a video like this. I go, something as ridiculously stupid as this, you know. And so then I just thought about the with Game of Death. He had each level that he had to get to reach the top guy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So we said, we'll make that the Overlord. So I'm fighting some like 80-year-old woman by the time we get to the top. And then each one of the levels was one of the guys in the band I had to fight, you know. So everybody had some stupid ass name like Will Hunt, as Won't Fish. You know, it's just, you know. So everybody came up with some stupid name. You know what I mean? So it was just like.
I think Nick's name was then the same.
No, it was Nick Catton. Said, what was he? Yin Yang Fro, because his face was black, but his hands were white. So, you know, because we only had the makeup from the face and the neck up, but the rest of him was white. Actually, when he took the makeup off, one of the girls, the blonde, that, you know, the two girls that I was fighting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Asian girl and then the blonde girl. She actually said the neck. She goes, "I actually liked you better black." She did. I kid you not. Nick was like talking to her, hey, how you doing? She goes, "What'd you do? I like you better black," when he took the makeup off. Another day in life, just keeping it romantic.
Awesome. Well, you know, thanks for taking the time to chat to us today, and you know, I hope the tour goes really well and stuff. Pleasure to meet you.
Cheers, right back at you.
Cool, man.
Cheers, man. Take it easy, guys.